Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing? Before I start the reading, I just wanted to give, some thanks and some gratitude to everybody who has been following the channel, leaving amazing messages to me. I think you guys are the most beautiful souls and just have such a great vibe and energy. I really appreciate everybody who's supported me in starting this channel. So today we're going to be talking about facing your shadow side. It's what you need to know from your shadow self. So there's going to be a ton of different messages within these decks. Stuff about your current energy, what I'm seeing or feeling for, future stuff, as well as just like deep down, like what is going on with your shadow side, okay? Because we all need to, acknowledge and make peace with our shadow side no matter what. When we do that, we actually create balance within our soul, and we are able to move forward in peace and harmony when we do that. If you try to bury your shadow side too much and you try to ignore what it's trying to tell you, it'll always come back to bite you in the booty. So today we're going to look at that. So we have 4 piles. We have pile number 1, which is rose quartz. We have pile number 2, which is jade. We have pile number 3, which is pink calcite. And we have pile number 4, which is serpentine. So go ahead, take your time to, pause the video if need be, meditate on which pile is speaking to you. You might actually have more than one that speaks to you, which is totally perfectly fine to listen to them all, or just 1 or 2 or 3, whatever. And this is a general reading, and I just want to remind everybody of that. So if you want to take what resonates with you, not everybody's energy out there is going to jive, with somebody else's. So if for some reason this just doesn't work out for you, then you can go ahead, and there's a bazillion different tarot readers on YouTube that you might find that you are a better match for. If nothing is here that speaks to you, like I said, or just pick a different pile, or maybe this message just isn't for you this time. So go ahead and meditate on this, and the timestamps will be in the drop box, as well as information about the tarot cards and the oracle cards that I'm using here. Also, check out my Pisces twins. Her account information is down there as well, and if you're interested in getting a Pisces twin reading with the both of us, there's information on her channel on how to do that. I'm not taking personal readings just yet, but if you are interested, you can send me a message and we'll see what we could figure out. But I'm doing the Pisces twin ones right now with Ciara, so if you're interested. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, those of you who chose the rose quartz for pile number 1, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull out your tarot cards first to start this off, and let's see what you have here. Oh, wow. Okay. So, move all this stuff out of the way. First of all, we have, oh boy, we have the King of Wands, okay? And, oh my God, we have the Emperor card, okay? I love that. I think it's cool. All right, clearly I'm seeing with this group, you guys are some powerful people. All right, you have some serious leadership abilities here, I feel, or you're stepping into that role. Like right now, there's something going on in your life where you're stepping into that role, where you're going to be put into a leadership position. I feel like a lot of people really respect you. I feel that this group definitely has very powerful manifestation abilities, and you have like a team of people around you who are, very much in support of you, okay? And they look up, a lot of them might actually look up to you. You could actually be a boss of a group of people. Or maybe you're just like a part of a team and you're like one of the leaders of a team, like a project or something like that. I feel like that this group, I'm getting that you can be impatient sometimes and a little bit manipulative if you're not careful. And I feel like there's a mess. Wow, I have a new mite around my neck and it is boiling hot right now, which I find fascinating. You got all this fire going on here. Fascinating. I feel like definitely that the shadow aspect of this, okay, of this leadership is like you can go both ways. You can either be this total awesome, magnanimous, like wonderful, caring person who completely listens to others and is patient and is a very like good example to others. But I feel like there is a shadow aspect here where some of you might be a little bit too manipulative and really impatient. It's like, I feel like that's like definitely a warning here. Like you want to be very careful of watching how you treat others, definitely here. Because you're in an authoritative position, okay? I feel like some of you might actually, because definitely there's a lot of divine masculine energy here, no doubt about it. Look at this, it's crazy. There's so much fire here, so much masculinity. So it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, this divine masculine side of you is freaking on fire here, all right? Literally, okay? Jesus, look at this. Wow, man. Woo. Okay. That's some intense shit right there. I feel like also that, you're obviously very charismatic. You have a clear vision of like where you want to go, and the people around you are helping to manifest you getting there. Okay. I think other people really listen to you, so that's why you also have to be really careful with how you treat others and what you say, because that can have a huge effect on not only you but them. It's like, I think that people really believe in you, and you want to lead your life with intent, vision, and you want to keep a long-term view in mind. You want to always have that eye on the prize. I feel like your shadow self is trying to tell you that you need to be living out your dreams and you need to be going for it and not being afraid to really speak up and take that role. For some of you, definitely, some of you are already in this position, but I feel like that there's some of you out there that are like afraid of this kind of a position, to be put in this kind of a position because you're afraid you might fail, possibly. But I don't see that. Like, I feel like you've got it. You've got that inside you. You've got that power. I also feel like that there could be an opportunity that could be presenting itself to you here in the future. And you totally have the ability to take on the challenge of whatever this is. But you need to remember that how you approach the situation and how your attitude is and how you treat others will determine the end result. So you always are wanting to, have integrity, have compassion, show love, respect to others, respect to yourself, most definitely. Definitely you want to show that respect to yourself as well, because I feel like, God, you guys are badasses. That's just what I'm getting off of this. Okay. So that's like the main, here, let me get out the rest of these cards here. That's like the main, energy I'm getting off of those right there. So let's see. What do we got here? Where should I go with this next? Dun-dun-dun. Okay. So we have this, oh wow. We have card number 24. okay? And this word always trips me up. I swear to God, every time I try to say it, I screw up. Paradisiacal? Paradisical. I can't even say this damn word, okay? I don't know why. And I am like really good with language and stuff, but for some reason this word just screws me up big time. Anyways, it says, you belong to paradise. Okay, let's hear what this one has to say. All right. Oh my God. Okay, so this is about trusting your innate goodness and expecting the best about yourself. It's about having self-love. And wasn't I saying that here? That some of you definitely, you need to understand that you are definitely worth it, okay? Don't let anybody make you feel that you can't be in this emperor or kingly type position, because you definitely can, okay? And you've got, I mean, this is telling you, you definitely need to love yourself, okay? Stop fighting yourself, basically. Love and accept your inner beauty. When you do this, like when you accept yourself and accept, the beauty within inside you, and accept your talents and the goodness that is you, basically you completely transform your life, okay? And there's that manifestation there talking to you. So I feel like definitely a lot of you, you need to work on that inner self-love. And that's definitely like, your shadow side. Maybe like a part of your shadow side is you're this powerful, awesome badass, but there's something that's blocking you from moving forward with it. It's got to do with self-love. I really feel with a lot of you. You can create your own paradise on earth within yourself. You can either live in paradise or you can live in hell. It's your choice and your decision. And the choices that you make will definitely, affect the outcome. Like I was saying, your attitude and your approach to the opportunities that are coming your way will determine the end result. So this is just it's just reiterating that as well, This is also about like positive gifts that are coming into your life right now. That there's, a lot of freaking happiness and positivity that is coming towards you. But you need to have that self-love, self-worth, own it. So, and the way that you choose to view it is going to create this, what the end result is, the manifestation, the end result, okay? So make sure that you're paying attention to that. Now, oh my God, this is a trip, okay? The next card you got is Angel of Love. And oh my God, she is literally, I think that's a rose quartz that she's holding. And this is the rose quartz group. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read from the book on this one, because I think that there's a pretty cool message in here. So let's check it out and see what it says. I think this has to do with self-love as well. So I feel like this is definitely something, a recurring theme here in this reading is definitely working on that self-love, okay? And the shadow side is like screaming at you to do that so that you can move forward. So this beautiful angel comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart, oh my God, radiating tender and loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection. If you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you're longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, she's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward, and the compassion that you demonstrate towards yourself will influence the energetic potential of these events in a significant way. The angel of love is smiling on you and forging connections in the energetic realm. Oh my God. So there you go, you guys. That's kind of incredible because, I mean, literally this has come up like multiple times. I mean, you've got this amazing power about you, but you just got to work on that self-love so it can like come completely into fruition and manifest itself, okay? You got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. So now next card is adjacent possibilities. And wasn't I saying that there's some kind of opportunity coming in? Okay, let's see what this card has to say here. I'm going to go ahead and look this one up for you guys. Yep, there's some choices coming in, but you have to be ready for them, I feel like. So this card is all about, sometimes the force of habit keeps you stuck and unaware of potentially healthier and happier choices at hand. Yet every moment gives you the option to open a different door and take a different course, whether it's in your thoughts, behaviors, or major life decisions. Unlike the indecision card, which indicates confusion and vacillation about which course to take, the adjacent possibilities card is here to tell you that you have many options, and it's time to take a wider look at things. As you consider the many life choices available, you'll feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions that bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. In terms of your goals, this card could indicate unknown and previously unconsidered ideas. Perhaps there's a marketing tool you haven't thought of, a connection you haven't tapped, or even an entirely different direction that would be more suited to you. Be conscious, be aware, and be flexible and willing to take new and different action now. See, maybe, there is some kind of job opportunity or something coming in for you guys, okay? Where you're in this leadership position. There's something in your shadow side, it's trying to tell you that, hey, you can do this, but there's something holding you back, or it's that fear. I feel like it's fear, okay? That, fear and lack of self-love. So these, again, work on those, and the possibilities are endless to what could be coming in for you. Okay, so let's see, what do we got up next here? Okay, oh my god. Okay, the shamananka, is that how you say it? Blessing. Seek the wisdom of your shamanistic guides. Sorry, camera, I'm like trying to read. Okay, so this card is all about asking guidance from the etheric realms, or talking to somebody in a spiritual position that you like, who's, a highly spiritual person that can actually guide you and help you. I feel like this is definitely a message from your shadow self to be paying attention and listening, okay? And seeking the wisdom of your higher self, okay? Tapping into that etheric realm, okay? Talk to your spirit guides. Talk to your angels, your ancestors. They're all here to help you, and they're trying to speak to you. And perhaps some of you just aren't listening, or you feel like, oh, it's just BS, or I'm just imagining things, or it's just my ego. It's like, no, hon, this is a message right here that you need to be paying attention to that. You need to be taking note of it, writing stuff down, any messages you get, pay attention to synchronicities, because these are all guidance from, the 5D, the different, realms out there, star family, whatever. They're here to help and guide you. Okay, and this is a message that you're being watched over, all right? I'm gonna set this one down here. Next one up, we have, oh wow, oh my gosh. You know what? I have never pulled this card before, and when I first got this deck, I read the book, and I was like, holy crap, because the story behind this one is off the hook, you guys, okay? And I'm gonna share it with you. Okay, this is the High Priestess from the land of Ariani. Be open to a communication from an unexpected place. See? That's just reiterating this other card, all right? You're getting downloads, you're getting communication, okay, from the higher realms, and you need to be paying attention to them because they are incredibly important and they're going to guide you. And I think I'm going to pull this out of the book and just read to you guys about this, because this is completely trippy. I'm so stoked I pulled this card because I've never gotten to really read this one before. Okay, so some of you are going to probably want to Google this and read more into it, because let me tell you, it's some fascinating stuff, like some seriously trippy shit, all right? On February 19th, 1947, Admiral Byrd with his radiomen flew to the North Pole. In his flight log, he relates the events of their visit to the inner Earth. While flying over snow and ice, he was astonished to see rolling hills and rivers in a warm, verdant landscape, where he reports seeing a mammoth. Soon, radiant disc-shaped crafts appeared, taking control of his plane and flying it down into the interior. They landed near a shimmering city pulsating with rainbow hues. He observed the external temperature was 74 degrees, and there was a central sun. Tall blonde men approached, welcoming them, informing Admiral Byrd that he was to have an audience with the master. He said, "You are in the domain of the Ariani, the inner world of the earth." The master told him of their concern about the recent use of nuclear weapons and gave Admiral Byrd a message for the surface world. After delivering it to the Pentagon, he was ordered to keep silent. He did not want the information to die with him, so he left his diaries behind for posterity. And yeah, you guys, this is legit shit. Okay, this really happened. If you go and you read about it, it's like they silenced him, and supposedly there's certain areas in the Antarctica and in the Arctic where you're not even allowed to fly over it in planes because there is, some kind of weird opening there. It's an entrance. So seriously, you want to get into some deep, gnarly shit, go Google Admiral Byrd and you spell his name, Byrd, okay? Go check it out and read it. So I feel like definitely, that just reminds me of Faye, okay? That's just what it sounds like to me completely. I feel like you have some magical beings around you guys, definitely guiding you. And I feel like maybe you've been blocking it off, or you haven't been listening to the messages you've been receiving, or you've ignored it, whatever, or you feel like you're not worthy of this. But they're here to say, yes, you definitely are. So pay attention. So making note of that, and journal it, whatever. Pay attention to the messages that you're receiving, okay? I feel like there can be okay, we've got wolves right there. Okay, the rose quartz, roses, definitely dragons. Maybe somebody blonde or redhead is coming in that could be a spiritual teacher to you, a guide. I think that's a singing bowl right there. You might want to look into using singing bowls. You want to tap into and release anything that you're holding back right now and let it go. I feel like that's just what I'm getting message-wise. And this is kind of fascinating. Oh my God. Because guess what card we have next? Letting go. Holy crap. Okay. So I feel, oh my God, you guys got 24 here, 24 here, 26 here, but you have 24 twice. So there could be something important with the number 24, also 49, 26, the number 1. Pay attention to those numbers, okay? Because there could be something important with that number. The letting go. Okay, this is from my Heal Yourself reading cards. I love these cards. The artwork is stunning. There's a Celtic cross right there. So that could be something of importance to you guys. Maybe I feel like maybe some of you are like of Irish descent, possibly, Scottish, whatever. I feel like, kindred spirits, maybe. Okay, so here we go. The situation has served its purpose. Okay. You are being challenged to change your point of view and recognize that this particular relationship has run its course. Although you may be afraid to let go, the universe has a new opportunity for you, which will allow you to experience the kind of passion and satisfaction you have always dreamed of. Saying goodbye is never easy and can make you feel like you are a failure. You must not allow yourself to be persuaded by other people or your own doubts to keep holding on. Focus on opening your heart to a new opportunity. Oh my God. Okay, whatever. Awesome. Leave the baggage of the past mistakes behind you. It is important that during the letting go process that you are gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to have alone time. Write, meditate, paint, sing, dance. Do whatever you can to heal and let go of the pain that is holding you back. Recognize that your spirit is beckoning you to grow. All right. I feel like that there's some definite like self-sabotage, self-hate that's been happening here possibly. And yes, you're being told to let go of that and listen to your guides. They're steering you in the correct direction. You need to have that self-love. Remember, you create your own heaven or you create your own hell. So what do you choose? This is totally saying, maybe for some of you, you've had like a crappy past relationship, or you're like around somebody right now, they could be a friend, a family member, whatever, who's trying to make you feel bad about yourself, or like you can't achieve your dreams or your goals, or you're not good enough to be a leader or whatever. Don't listen to it, because that's not the case here. You definitely have massive potential, so go for it. All right. Mindful wisdom. Ah, yes. Check it out. Holy crap. And we have an owl here. Okay. Owls could be a spirit animal of yours. And it's talking about creating inner harmony. Once again, obviously, you need to balance out your shadow side, your masculine and feminine side, I feel like, with this one, definitely. I feel like, let me see here. Think on this one a bit. Oh, by the way, this is an owl feather right here. This is from a barred owl. This was a little gift. It's pretty awesome. It was outside the front of my house. It was pretty cool. This is about like taking action for this, definitely, and journeying inward to your heart space. It's about practicing being mindful. It's about self-worth. It's about learning, it's like, what did it say? I can't remember. I'm trying not to look. I'm trying to memorize these things, you guys. This kind of like refers back to the King of Wands, I think it was, saying stuff about like, warning of being impatient. And excuse me, guys, I have to change out the battery in the light. It just pooped out on me. Wow. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I swear we have been having so many technical difficulties. It's insane, okay? We've had mic problems. We've had light problems. We've been hearing weird noises. The veil is very thin. Okay, those house fairies just like to screw with me. Okay. So anyway, back to the Mindful Wisdom card, okay? It's talking about creating inner harmony. And it's talking about here, it says, the owl is a representation of inner knowing and mindfulness, patiently and carefully monitoring their surroundings, followed by clear and direct action. You may be feeling confused about people's actions, but like the owl, we must observe our surroundings to the best of our ability to see the real meaning of a person's actions or the origin of a specific issues. Now is the time to journey inwards, to access your inner knowing and personal wisdom through mindful practice, to create a homeostasis, an equilibrium in your heart and mind. Bring yourself back to a heart space where you can approach anything with calmness and clarity. Okay? Right now, place yourself of value. See? Oh, wow. There's that message again. It just keeps coming up. Because you're totally worth it, you guys. When the owl appears in your life, it encourages you to use strong intuition to gain wisdom about matters that you shouldn't ignore. More importantly, self-worth and confidence. Tolerance can be achieved through objectivity and inner peace, acknowledging all our experiences so we can be objective with our emotional and mental process. Instead of reacting immediately out of anger, mindfulness allows you to be aware of this anger, helping you realize why you're angry, then process the circumstances surrounding this emotion. This new form of emotional intelligence allows you to physically react using a positive process and method that is beneficial to you and others while understanding the reasoning behind their behaviors. So in order to be a good leader, okay, in any situation, you absolutely have to have this ability, okay? I've been in leadership positions many times, and let me tell you, I'm an introvert, and it ain't easy, okay? I don't know how I always get stuck as a position of team leader or, group leader, whatever, but it just happens. And you have to be able to balance your emotions and look objectively at situations, okay? And try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, okay, before you react. So I feel like that's definitely a message here for some of you. Like the shadow aspect of this card is being stubborn, impatient. And that was like what up here in the tarot cards, wasn't I saying? There was like some of you are definitely impatient people. Well, you got to learn some patience, baby. Okay. You can be thoughtless or forgetful. That's like a shadow aspect there. There's another crystal like with this card is Charoite, or it's Charoite. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Archangel Zadkiel is an archangel associated with this card. Forgiveness, releasing judgment, and painful memories has to do with this card. And then there's an affirmation with this card that says, I react sensitively to others as I respect my personal boundaries. Exactly. So like, I feel like I was saying somebody like from the past probably, or somebody in a relationship with you right now is making you feel like you don't have what it takes. No, you do have what it takes, and make sure that you set those boundaries where, you know, hey, I'm not going to put up with any more of your shit. You're crossing the line. You know, draw that line in the sand, set those boundaries, and know you're worth it. Okay, definitely. So, what else do we have here for you guys? Let's see, what cards do I got here? We have the deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, and be held. Okay, I love that card. It's so pretty. My God. For this card, where's the little book with this guy? I mean, these are some of my favorite cards. Like, the colors are just so dreamy and so pretty. So this has to do with taking the time to do things to nourish your own soul. Taking the time for yourself. Like, when we are very busy and, you know, life happens, right? We all get sidetracked. We get roped into, like, especially if you're in a leadership position or something, or you're somebody's boss or whatever, it's like you get in this mindset where you feel like you have to constantly be in control, take care of everything. You know, you have the total, you know, responsibility, whatnot. This is just a card to remind you, okay? Your shadow side is trying to tell you to chill the F out sometimes, and make sure that you make the time to do the things that nourish your soul and what brings you enjoyment, what brings you happiness, what brings you love, you know? Because whatever it is, whatever that thing is, you know, and maybe it's, you know, writing or working out or singing or writing music or whatever, okay? These things are critical to help heal your soul in times of stress, in times of sadness or whatever. So this is just a reminder to make sure that you take the time to do these personal things for yourself, because it's going to nourish you and it's going to help you to grow. That's what that card is about right there. Okay? So, what else do we have here? Ooh, fun, happy good times. Okay, we have the Metal King, and this is what he looks like right here. But it's in reverse, okay? And this is about discipline, armor, and boundaries. There it is again, you guys, boundaries. Some of you are not setting your personal boundaries, and you're letting people cross them or use you or abuse you for that matter. So for this card, it's all about being mindful of like codependency and enmeshment, getting too wrapped up in somebody else's bullshit, their drama. It's warning you to get grounded and don't try to control every single thing, and don't try to fix every person, because you just can't do it. That's just not, people have to fix themselves. You cannot fix somebody else. You have to work on yourself, okay? Worry about what you need right now, okay? And stop trying to fix other people, because you can't fix somebody who's broken. They have to fix themselves, okay? And remember, you know, what that card was saying right there. So it's also like, you know, it's warning, you know, it's warning you to about forming unhealthy relationships with people in any area of your life. And, you know, it's talking about like the codependency and stuff like that, definitely. It's talking about yeah, the personal boundaries, and just making sure you really need to freaking set those boundaries, because I feel like definitely some of you are just getting roped into too much shit, or else somebody's dumping all their responsibilities onto you, and it's not your job to take care of it, but you're like letting them walk on you like a doormat. Don't do that, okay? So our next card, here, let me move this out of my way here. So the next card here is the Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding, okay? What has she got there? Oh, she's like all icy and crystally and stuff. It's really pretty. So this card is about paying attention to how you treat people and being mindful of your perception of others, everyone, other situations. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look in the book on this one because I think that there's actually a pretty cool message to this one here. Let me find this thing. The Lady of the Gift. And this is number 20. Okay. So, the Lady of the Gift brings a message of tithing. To be your ally, she requires you to look at the nature and method of your giving to others. The world is your church, and you only need to distribute 10% of your wealth to others to ensure that the flow continues. Yes, it doesn't necessarily mean giving money away, nor does it simply imply a direct action of charity, even though the tradition of tithing is material. In fact, the kind of tithing the lady asks of you isn't tangible or material at all. She's asking you to look at all human beings as important in the divine scheme of things and show others that you believe in them. Hello, leader. Okay? Pay attention to how you treat people and be mindful of your perception, even if seemingly poor strangers. If you see others as successful and abundant and act as if you believe they have value, blessings all around you are assured. Your belief in others has greater value than you can fathom. This alone guarantees your success long term. Remember that you can only keep what you're willing to give. All right. I'm serious. I feel like you guys are pretty amazing, and you're going to like whatever it is that you're doing in leading others is going to be of great significance, and it's going to be very helpful. But like I said, you have to practice that self-love in order to really show compassion to others to get into this position, because you have the potentiality and the abilities are all there. The opportunities are going to present themselves if they aren't already. And you really, I'm telling you, you can make a huge difference in other people's lives as well as your own, as long as you get that balance and learn how to balance those emotions, and really tap into that inner strength and compassion for others and whatnot. So our last card here, okay, is the bee. And this is completely appropriate, is it not? Because you guys seem like you're pretty busy bees, okay? And I feel like a lot of you are very busy and you have very full schedules and whatnot. The bee is definitely a hard worker who, when you start a project, you see it through to the end. Okay, maybe that's why people are always putting you in this kind of a position, in this leadership type of role, and maybe they're dumping extra work on you because they know they can rely on you and that you're going to see it through to the end no matter what. You're definitely a team player. I feel like a lot of you could be like artists. Definitely, I feel like there's a lot of creative people in this group. You got that fire, the wands, okay? And that's all about, creativity and spark of ideas and spirituality and just, very creative people. I feel like you also have like creative vision. Definitely, watch out. This could be like a synchronicity or something that, to show that you're on the right path. Or maybe it is like, you're somehow like a bee is kind of like your spirit animal or spirit guide. It could be a sign that a spirit guide is sending you a message, so pay attention to that. So definitely, I feel like with this group, the shadow work that needs to be done here is got all to do with, tapping into that self-love and learning how to love yourself, because the opportunities are just abound around you guys, and you have an amazing leadership abilities. I feel like you guys are incredible manifestors, very powerful, and I feel like that you're here to help others, definitely, but you have to believe in yourself completely first and accept yourself and have that self-love before you can really truly step into your leadership role, and to really guide others. And you want people to look at you as like people will look up to you. They will definitely look to you for advice and guidance. And this is an incredible, important role to have with other people, because you can totally change their lives as well as your own through this. So this is the messages that I'm getting for pile 1 here, and I hope it resonated with you. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you aren't already. And I will see you the next time. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye-bye. Okay, for those of you who picked the pile with Jade, let's see what your tarot cards have in store here. Oh, what an interesting pile. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Card number 1. We have the Tower. Okay. Obviously, there's some big old change on the horizon for you guys, or you're going through it already. We have 6 of Pentacles, which is not a bad card at all. We have the 7 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, this deck really wanted to be chatty. And we have the 3 of Cups. Okay. Just looking at this, I see a lot of blue, and there's some green, so there's throat and heart chakra definitely going on here. Obviously, the Tower card is all about rebirth. Sometimes it's painful, but it's something that just can't be avoided. It's about expecting the unexpected. But after, you go through a Tower moment, you're always stronger and wiser. Tower cards can also indicate like spiritual awakening, or, coming to like a realization of something like major. So I think some of you definitely could be having a Tower moment right now, or you're going to come into a phase in your life right now that is a Tower moment. Also, I feel like your shadow side, this is a big fat message from your shadow side saying, okay, bitch, time to drop those walls and let's get to business. So I feel like this is a screaming message. It's time to break down those illusions, those false masks. You need to expose yourself for who you really are. Okay. And this is a big life-changing moment. I feel like, the shadow self is sitting here trying to tell you to get more in tune with your spirituality. And that there's definitely something on the horizon when it comes to that. Okay. The 6 of Pentacles right here. This is about, actually, this is a really good sign after the Tower card, because, in this particular deck, it's literally talking about overcoming crises. So I feel like once you go through this, this Tower moment, you're going to be it's easily going to be overcome. Okay. And I feel like you're going to have some kind of like a help coming in, from a person perhaps, or a group of people. And you're going to have like lots of choices around you, during this time. But I feel like this person it's just like, you're not even going to expect it. And there's going to be this, unexpected help that's going to, just plop down your lap. It also has to do with, abundance coming in. There is definitely like, once you tear down these walls and you crumble that tower, you can move into a state of total abundance. Now, abundance can, mean material wealth. And with this card, it's definitely having to do with material and earthly type things, but also could be relating to, an enriched spirituality, because you have these cups, and this is all, you have 2 cup cards, and this is all about emotions and love and stuff like that. So friendship, deep connections. So I feel like, this is, it could be like a message to like pay it forward to other people. Like, what you've learned and what you've experienced, you could actually be useful to somebody else, and like, be very helpful to somebody else, like paying it forward, like when this charity comes in and this person comes to help, or this situation, it's like by you paying it forward, you're actually creating abundance in your life. Okay. With this situation, the 7 of Cups is all about, it's usually about illusion, escape from reality, but it's also about new opportunities, many choices. But it's like a warning to make sure that you really choose carefully and you choose wisely, and not to let your ego choose for you, but listen to your higher self to help, make the correct choice in certain situations. Like, it's also talking about like, you have to take action for your dreams to manifest. Okay. You can't just sit around wishing and, thinking, oh, I really, want this to happen, or I want to make $1 million or whatever. It just doesn't matter what you can wish until you're blue in the face. It's not going to happen unless you take action. Okay. So that's definitely, a message there. And you want to make sure when you're making choices in the future, that you are choosing the ones that are in alignment with your highest good. Okay, before you make a choice, think, like it said, for here to choose wisely, think very carefully, because your choices affect not only you but everybody else around you. Okay, it's like dropping a rock into a pond and it ripples out. Those ripples affect the rest of the surface of the water, right? So that's how choices are in pertaining to the collective consciousness. So the Three of Cups, obviously is not a bad card either. It's all about celebration, happiness, good health, friendship. It's like talking about like you're encouraged to like gather your friends together and, spend some time and give love and support to one another. It's about collaborating with other people. So I feel like you're gonna have this tower moment, or you need to break down these walls to bring in this abundance, because when you do, you're gonna be calling in your soul family, and that's what you can manifest. Okay, the truest, most dearest friends that you'll ever have, who are a part of your soul. They're like, your star family, your soul family. They're going to have your back no matter what. And I feel like once you tear down those walls and you get rid of these illusions and stuff like that, that you're going to be able to manifest this. And it's going to be totally epic when you do. Next up, we have Samadhi. It's about perfect acceptance. Okay, I feel like possibly this Tower moment card here has to do with, accepting. Yeah, accept your present self and, the moment. Give up being a perfectionist. Everything in your life is a reflection of your current state of mind, so beware of this. What you think, you become. So obviously, you haven't been thinking very highly of yourself or a certain situation, or just maybe you've had like a negative attitude in the past. And this is like here to remind you to drop those negative thoughts, the negative way of thinking, the negative way of viewing the world around you, because literally you are manifesting that. Okay, whatever you're thinking, you become, and it manifests. So you want to make sure that you're thinking positive thoughts. You want to make sure you're not talking, bad things, saying bad stuff about people behind their back, because when you do that, that's just going to come back to you. Okay. Now, whereas you cannot control others from doing that to you, you can control how you react to it. And, when you don't react to it in a negative way, and you actually like come from a place of forgiveness in your heart, and just, understand that person's obviously in pain, and they have their own issues that they have to work through. When you view it in that kind of a situation, and you come from a place like, oh, I forgive you for, because you're hurting or whatever, and then you just move on. You don't become a doormat to that person or anything. That's not what I'm saying here. You have to forgive, in order for yourself to move on and stuff. So it's like, I feel like this is kind of like a little warning that, don't get wrapped up in a lot of drama and crap like that. As well. What do we have next? We have, this is interesting. The Hermit. Share your wisdom with others. Shine your light. Are you kidding me? Wasn't I saying that about up here? Okay. That, paying it forward, shining your light, become, a beacon of light for other people, basically. And this is also about speaking your truth. And it says, come down off the mountain and develop the gifts you have been given. So I feel like whatever's going to be happening here, or whatever it is that you're learning from this spiritual experience, okay, this Tower moment, it's actually a gift in disguise. And you need to share that with others, okay? Because when you show your vulnerability and you show what you've been through, it actually just opens up that heart space tremendously, and you're able to share your truth. And this is the green for the heart, and then all this blue is throat chakra. It's speaking your truth, and that's literally what this card is about. So I feel like part of healing that shadow side of yourself is, breaking through those barriers, crumbling down those walls, opening up your heart, and then speaking your truth. Okay. Next up, we have the Selkie. Shapeshift, transform, experience, and new reality. Wow. Oh my gosh. There's more blue again. And this is what a tower moment is. It's a transformation. You're experiencing a whole new point of view, a whole new reality once you go through a tower moment like that. So, this card specifically is talking about attuning with another species to gain an expanded perspective of yourself and your senses. Bring back this knowledge to incorporate it into your everyday life. Literally, this is about, I feel like, connecting to nature spirits or the fae or whatever. That's like what this, says to me. And by doing that, it's like you can spread the, what you've learned, and help others. I feel like this is about helping other people, not just yourself. Look, you've got this group right here. I mean, everybody's got blue. It's just, wow, it's kind of amazing. I would definitely take some time and spend some time out in nature and connect, go out in nature and listen to, just be totally quiet. Go someplace away from a lot of noise and crap, and just so that you're out in a peaceful space, and just sit there and meditate for a while and just take in your surroundings and listen carefully to the sounds of nature, of birds, of the earth itself, of trees rustling, the grasses, whatever. It just do that. And when you do that, you might be surprised. You might actually have some sort of awakening, a Kundalini rising. You could have, I just feel like, it could, I feel like for some of you, it definitely would transform you and help you to also get grounded. But it's going to, you're going to receive messages or downloads that way. For some of you, I'm getting that message big time there. So moving right along, we have the Alchemy card. Okay. Wow. Yeah, dude. Alchemy is all about change, and it's about, it's kind of like the magician, sort of, here. Let's see what it has to say in the book about this one. The path you are on is about to go through a very powerful transformation. Holy crap. Nothing is how it seems. So there you go. It's that tower moment. It's just reiterate. Isn't it amazing when that happens? You pull all the cards out and they just reiterate the message over and over again. That's what's happening here. You have an opportunity to take a big leap into your in your level of consciousness. It is extremely important that you focus on letting go of any negativity and beliefs that no longer serve you. You have access to the energy of alchemy, which can transform the most challenging experiences into incredible gifts and miracles. Meditate. Didn't I just say that? Meditate. And take action on your highest goals and dreams. They are on their way to coming true. Remember? Let go of your expectations. What is about to appear can surpass anything you dreamed of. The most important part is that you are prepared and ready to receive. The energy around you is very potent at the moment, so make sure you are using this time as productively as possible. Give yourself time for prayer, gratitude, and celebration. Oh my God, you guys, this is so cool. That's pretty amazing. All right. So it's that tower moment again. I'm telling you, whatever this is, it's not a bad thing, okay? Sometimes we wonder oh shit, why is this happening? Well, there's a gift to it all, so know that. Now, here comes a warning. Here's what's been happening, okay? This is why you're going through the tower moment. Self-sabotage. That's right, you're sabotaging yourself, okay? I'm gonna move these guys up here. So, self-sabotage, let's hear about this one. Become conscious of how your inner saboteur functions. You are about to sabotage a big opportunity. Now is the time to stop procrastinating and cease focusing your energy on why you are unworthy of wonderful, enriching experiences. When you connect to the saboteur archetype, you begin to recognize all the ways you pass up interesting opportunities in relationships, which could make you grow, learn, evolve, and become fulfilled. The saboteur is terrified of change. And there's big change on the horizon here, you guys, okay? So, this saboteur is terrified of change and guards your heart from which is meaningful to you with the misguided belief that if you don't try, you can't fail. It forgets that if you don't escape from your comfort zone, you cannot succeed and experience the love and joy which would fulfill you. On the lighter side, the saboteur can help you connect to your intuition and help you to listen to your deeper wisdom. It can assist you in deciphering a potentially dangerous situation from an exciting one. Okay, so literally, this is talking about going within, looking to see how you're self-sabotaging yourself, okay? Because you're gonna, that's like, you're like trapped in a tower, and it's time to rip that that bastard down and just like, excuse my language, and let yourself be free, okay? It's time to let that shit go, all right? Be like fucking Elsa and let that shit go. And it's definitely, paying attention to that intuition, going out in nature, listening, shine your light, listen to what's being told to you, listen to those messages coming in, meditate on them, okay? So next we have the Rainbow Prince, compensation and perseverance. All right, I love this card. I think it's so pretty. Oh my god. Okay, what is the Rainbow Prince all about? It's about keeping your sights on the sky after the rainstorm that may have upset your life. Perseverance pays off. So literally, let's see what, I'm gonna pull this guy out. It's talking about no matter what, okay? You're going through this tower moment and shit. If you persevere, it's all gonna work out. It's gonna be all good. It's gonna be like, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for sure, okay? So don't give up. It's literally telling you this. So it says, when the Rainbow Prince appears as your ally, he reminds you about the law of compensation and the law of receiving. Oh my God. After the rainstorm you've endured on your journey, the Rainbow Prince brings you a pot of gold. Oh my God, didn't I just say that? Which is the result of your using all the elements of your inner light and reaching into the sky until you touch the material realm from one end to the other. This isn't always an easy process, and hard work must be rewarded by compensation. When you align yourself with the energy of giving the highest value, your compensation is inherent in the act itself. But the message here is more than that. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky after the rainstorm that may have upset your life. Follow your bliss to the pot of gold waiting for you. Perseverance pays off, and your reward will be greater than you can imagine. Totally. And that's what that, Six of Pentacles is about. And, you've got choices in this. And, once you break down those barriers, you've got a soul family waiting for you. You have amazing stuff on the horizon coming towards you. Okay. So I feel definitely for some of you, you're fulfilling this process. It's part of your soul contract. Okay. You've got this balance here, something to do with balance. You got to balance some stuff out too, I feel like. So, I feel like, yeah, like I said, it's like, I feel like it's a fulfillment of a soul contract of some sort. There's something that is very important that you're supposed to be doing. I don't know. I'm just getting that message. This is an important process that you're going through. Okay. It's really important to, breaking karma, I think, from the past, and breaking chains possibly, and old soul ties and stuff. So I don't know. I sort of just what I'm getting. So this card shows a contract in the background ready to be signed, indicating a committed connection of some sort. This union may be a business deal, the sale of a home, a new job, or even a commitment in marriage. Whatever the connection, this card is more than a casual agreement. It's usually something that requires a document that's binding, at least for the time being. The scales of justice also indicate that if a legal action is underway, it is likely to turn out in your favor. This card shines a light on potential new opportunities. There you go. Okay. So remain aware and receptive to what may be coming your way. Okay. Maybe some of you are getting married. Maybe some of you are actually going through a breakup or a divorce, but or you're starting a new business. you're signing papers to, with a business partner or something, whatever this is, no matter what it is, even if you're going through something really crappy right now, okay, it's all going to work out. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Okay. That's what I'm getting from that. Next we have sacred divinity. There are two paths ahead. Remember what I said, that there's choices coming up. There's two paths, and this is just reiterating that, two paths ahead. All right, so let's hear about this sacred divinity. I gotta move my owl feather here. Oh, boy. This is about like embracing the divine masculine and feminine within you equally and balancing them. Holy shit. Look at the scales, I feel like, I feel like that you definitely, there's some kind of inner balance that's going on here within you, okay, with the divine masculine and divine feminine. I'm going to read more about this one because, like, I'm getting that I should check this out here. Oh my God. Currently, distortion of the divine feminine masculine has occurred within you. You may be feeling highly analytical or overly emotional. Now is the time to address this issue as you are weighed down with imbalanced energies. Wow. You may feel emotionally disconnected from either the masculine or feminine side. Right now, you are being asked to honor the sacred divinity that exists within you. Expressing the divine traits of creativity, expression, gentleness, confidence, and strength is what is required now. Feel the beauty and love that is uniquely you and honor it. Give yourself a special gift to remind you of this inner journey and how much you care about your divine self and well-being. Connecting and creating a strong sisterhood or brotherhood, holy shit, is fantastic, but you must remember to radiate with energetic duality. If you find yourself ignoring or judging this side of yourself, and this is like the judgment card right here. I knew there was something with this. Ask yourself, what is it that you are hiding? Identify these qualities with judgment and work on healing and balancing these aspects. Okay, so that's part of, what's going on with this tower moment too, I think. Maybe, you're out of whack. Maybe there's too much divine masculine or too much divine feminine going on there, and you need to work it out or balance it out a little bit. Maybe that's part of how you're self-sabotaging yourself as well. The shadow aspect of this card is illogical, exploitation, oppression. The archangel associated with this card is Shamuel, which is love, tolerance, and personal boundaries. Oh, wow. Okay. So, trying to see if sorry guys, I'm like thinking and I'm getting something here. I feel like this has to do with the collective consciousness as well, okay? I feel like maybe part of what you're paying forward here is you're going to help others in helping them to understand that balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine, and why this is so critical and so important, because our society as a whole, like the world as a whole, is completely screwed up right now because of this. I feel like it's slowly shifting to where it's like there's an equality between masculine and feminine, but it's nowhere near where it's supposed to be yet, okay? We need to honor and respect, the feminine and the masculine equally, okay? I feel like that's something, maybe that's part of what you're here to do and you're here to work on, because you're going to set the example for others to follow when it comes to creating this balance, because you're going to have your poop together so much when it comes to that eventually, that you're going to just, I want to say you're going to be divine. It's like you're so balanced out and so like zen-like and just evened out, because you're both perfectly, you have both of those qualities, the masculine and the feminine, so perfectly down pat that it's going to inspire others. And you're going to set an example that, you know, no matter if you're masculine or feminine, it's like we can all work together and we can all be equals. Okay. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting there. So, what else do we have here? Okay. We have Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. See, there it is. Oh my God. This card is all about, being called to spend more time in nature, connect to the nature spirits, and stuff like that. And wasn't I saying that that's what this card is all about right here? There's something about doing that because you're going to recognize that divine masculine and that divine feminine when you're out in nature. You can see it at work. It's like it's going to create an epiphany, a realization. It's going to create this tower moment that's going to break down those barriers, and you're going to be able to share your experiences with others and set the example. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see, let me see what this says. I'm going to look and see if there's any other messages, besides what I just said, like any little tidbits of info here that could be helpful. So the Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. Shine your light right here, you guys, okay? A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You are being called to spend more time in nature as all the ancient secrets live there. There you go, you guys. Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations, and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. Can you believe this? This is amazing. You are being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more, and shift in the vibration can be felt. So seriously, by embracing this beauty of the divine feminine and masculine, and balancing them both together, you are creating a rift in, the collective consciousness that's going to help shift the future for the better. Okay. So I really feel like this is some serious important work to do here. It's pretty amazing, actually. I think this is quite an interesting group. Okay. Next up, what do we have here? We have, let me move this over here. We have Crow. Okay. Crow spirit. Looks like the crow is sitting on a world, actually. And we have lizard, okay? This is air, and I think this is earth or fire. Oh, it's fire. So the crow is all about spirituality, strong spirituality. It's about being creative. It's about being watchful. When you have the crow energies, holy shit. This card is about balance again. There it is again, okay? The crow is, it balances out the energies. It's important to have, like, it talks about, like, I think it was saying, like, healthy diet. You need to do more self-study. Regularly self-study, and then daily meditation practice is recommended with this card, which is kind of interesting, because I was literally saying that here. It's like in this card, I mean, it's reiterated so many times in here, it's not even funny. Get out in nature, meditate, like create a bond with nature, definitely. It's reminding you to balance, your food, like what you eat, your downtime, like, the time that you spend with friends, the time that you spend with work, always be working on yourself and, raising your vibration. That's like what this card is all about. So also be looking for crows, because definitely that could be an important spirit animal to you. With the lizard card, This is about, like, you know, people who are dreamers. You know, they're very sensitive people. You possibly have a lot of clair abilities at your disposal, so be using them. Okay, like clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience. You know, clairaudient is one of my really strong ones for me. I feel like a lot of this group is definitely, you guys are empaths. So it's talking about, like, you don't want to get too overstimulated by crowds and groups of people, which is why it's so important for you to be out in nature and to, you know, tap into those earth energies and Gaia energies, and connect with, you know, fae, nature spirits and stuff like that, because it can actually help strengthen you and release. Because if you're an empath, you're going to pick up on other people's energies and stuff, okay? And this can greatly affect you. So another thing, like this card is talking about, is, like, you know, taking up and starting a creative project that's just for you, for your enjoyment, that you do when you get overstimulated and whatnot. It can help, like, for those of you who are artists out there, you know what I'm talking about. When you get in the zone, when you're just, like, you know, so zoned out and you're so, like, focused on your drawing or your painting or sketching or whatever it is that you're doing, that it's like time just seems to stop and it melts away, and it's kind of like it's like meditation, really. And you just don't, everything just washes away, and it's like you're kind of like reborn over again. Like when you're doing it, it helps to release any kind of, like, pin up, like, negative energy. It is a form of release, okay? Much like, you know, when you have sex or something, how you have a release. When you do stuff like this, when you meditate, or when you spend time out in nature, or you're working on your creative project, it is like a form of release. So this is what this card is telling you here. So definitely, I think this is a really spiritual group. I mean, you do have jade too, which is a very, you know, powerful stone throughout the centuries, okay? I really feel like this is a very lucky group, which is also jade, you know, associated. I think that you guys are really amazing, actually. It's like, I really hope and want the best for this group, because I feel like you have something very vital to give to the collective consciousness and the world you know, as a whole. So work on tearing down those perceived illusions. And I just heard a weird noise. That was a trip. And I think that you guys are going to be amazing. I mean, once you work on this shadow aspect and tearing down that tower, everything's going to be amazing for you. So that's what I have for you guys. If you liked it, go ahead, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, guys, those of you who picked the pink calcite, I gotta show you this. It's really a cool stone. I don't know if it's gonna focus here, but I got this, and it was just unusual because it has like a little cave there. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. It's a different piece, and I love the swirls in it and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. All right. So for you guys that picked this pink calcite, let's go ahead and I'm gonna pull out the tarot cards in this stack here. Oh, wow. Look at this. All right. First up, we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. There's an infinity symbol there. I feel like for some of you, that is an important symbol. I don't know if any of you have that tattooed on you or something, or there's somebody of importance around you that has that tattoo. Or it's something that you need to be paying attention to. That's like just an extra message I'm getting before I even get into the interpretations here, okay? Next, we have Seven of Pentacles. More earth energy. Oh my goodness. This has got to do with stability, definitely. And slow-moving energy. Oh, God, I love this card. We have the Moon card. And this is the Pisces card, of course. So some of you definitely could be earth signs or Pisces, possibly. And then we have the Strength card. I really like this card. I think it's pretty. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. So, obviously, with that Moon card there, you definitely have got some inner stuff going on for sure. Some deep-rooted stuff, Okay. The shadow self is harboring some serious, I feel like it has to do with dream work. I feel like there's masks that need to be dropped. And that you're hiding something. You're definitely hiding something. Okay. I don't know why. For some of you, that's just what I'm getting. For the Two of Pentacles cards, this is all about, balance. And here's what, this is kind of trippy. All right. So far, every single deck that I have read, balance is a subject matter that has come up with literally, I think, every single one of them so far. For some reason, this is like a main topic right now. Okay. With all these card pulls, I'm getting balance in there for sure. So there is I feel like what's going on is you're trying to juggle too much stuff is going on here. Okay. You're like juggling. There's, some sort of uncertainty as well that you're dealing with. I feel like you need to better manage your priorities, manage your time, your energy, and your resources. You need to be taking care of those very carefully, so that you don't lose your balance. Okay. There's like a fine line, where those scales can just tip, and then, you're overwhelmed in one area or the other. So this is like a warning, and it's saying that you need to make sure that you keep even keel and you stay balanced no matter what. So the Seven of Pentacles is about like perseverance and, long-term view. It's about sustainable results, investment. It's like the work you put in now is what you're going to, you reap what you sow. That's what this is, telling you that, this is like a warning, I think, also as well. It's saying good job, good on you, keep doing what you're doing, persevere, keep working on yourself, your craft or whatever it is that you're doing. But it's also a warning to say, I lost it. Sorry, guys. Brain fart. Too many messages coming in all at once. Holy shit. Oh, it happens. Shit happens. Okay. This is just, I'm telling you, friggin' Mercury retrograde. All right. It's been a real bitch lately for me. Okay. So, yeah, I think it's like a warning to like slow down too, and to make sure that you really put the work in now. Okay. Make sure that you're on the right track, because this is like a slow moving energy. And if you're not on the right track, it's like you're going to be wasting your friggin' time hardcore, and you're not going to get the results that you want. It's going to put you in another direction that you don't want to be in. So be really freaking careful, and make sure that you're always looking at the big picture, and, to make sure you're on the right track. And it's like, it's a warning to not get sidetracked. Okay. As well. Keep your eye on the prize, basically. I really wish I remembered what it was that I wanted to tell you, because it was damn good. This is just how it's been for me the last week. I'm telling you, it's terrible. So anyway, the moon card. I'm looking at the moon here. This is all about, tapping into the subconscious mind. It's about illusions. It's about fear, anxiety. I think that this is a sign that you need to really work on releasing any fears and anxiety that you have, because it's holding you back from being balanced. It's talking about like making sure that you're using your intuition, because I feel like that's going to help you like immensely. I mean, everybody can benefit from using their intuition. Okay. I mean, we all need to be doing it more, because it can save us a whole lot of heartache and wasted time for sure. This is like telling you need to connect with your subconscious mind, okay, in order to release, old anxieties, fears, worries. It's also a warning to be careful to, not make too quick of decisions. You want to take your time and carefully listen to your intuition and think your choices through at this time. It's also talking about your dreams. Excuse me. It's like, I feel like, through your dreams and your intuition, it's going to lead you forward, definitely. And, it's going to make it so that when you pay attention to your dreams and your intuition, it just basically makes you, it opens you up to growth. So you can move forward without making bad mistakes, basically. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. um, Also, it helps you to use proper judgment when you listen to that intuition, and you pay attention to messages you receive in your dreams. It's going to, strengthen that judgment. You're going to be able to make good, wise choices. Period. Okay. You can easily practicing using your intuition, and it also helps you to interpret messages that are being given to you as well. Okay, like from the divine, from your spirit guides, ancestors, angels, whatever. The more you tap into that intuition and you actually listen to your intuition, your higher self, the easier it is to interpret the symbology messages that you get. It's also like, I definitely would be paying attention to lunar cycles. They're always important to me anyways. So if they're important to me and they work for me, then they're going to work for other people as well. So this is like also telling you to make sure that you're, paying attention to lunar cycles. How do they affect you? How do they affect the people around you? When it comes to manifestation, how do they affect? Learn about the lunar cycles. I feel like this is like, your shadow self definitely is wanting you to pay close attention to that. With the strength card, this is obviously, you have like a tremendous amount of strength inside, and that you're a very strong person, and you have the ability to conquer any fears or anxieties that are holding you back from whatever it is your goals that you're trying to achieve, and to keep you from being a balanced person. Okay, you want to balance everything in your life. All right, how much sleep you get, how much exercise you get, how much food you get. You want to balance your divine masculine and feminine. These are all very important things, and you do have this card is indicating that you definitely have the inner strength in which to do this. I mean, it's there. Okay, you got it. It's all good. So this also is talking about tapping into your inner strength, and tapping into your personal power, like your Manipura chakra, and that personal power. It's also could be a warning to not be controlling towards others or lording your power over them. And when you're dealing with other people and other individuals, whether it's at work, your social life, marriages, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, brothers, sisters, you want to come from a space of, where you have like that quiet calm, and you're very peaceful and zen-like when you deal with other people. When you do that, it shows that you are a very strong person, and that you have that strength. You master your emotions. You have tamed that inner dragon within you, that inner fire within you, and when you do this, literally, you have the ability to conquer any obstacle that comes your way. You have the ability to advance. You have the ability to do whatever you set your mind to. This is like an incredibly amazing thing to have. Okay, so you want to have the strength. You do have the strength to deal with these fears, these anxieties that are holding you back from being balanced and achieving whatever it is. I feel like some of you definitely, there's something to do with career or making money, where you are coming from a space of lack right now, and you need to conquer that right now and nip it in the bud, because when you do, you're going to achieve what it is, your desires. You're going to achieve and manifest what it is that you really want to do. So let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, so we have the opulence card. It's time to lead. Oh my gosh. And this was on another pile as well. It's all about, tapping into that inner strength and leading by example. Okay. So with the opulence card, this is about like, I feel like there's some people around you who are possibly looking to you for guidance, and you have the ability to, be a light for others to follow. Like you're like their light in the darkness. Okay. I feel like you have this amazing personality and ability to, because people view you as this. I think this is how others view you, okay? And this is what's going on the inside, okay? But this is how people view you, and they look to you for guidance. They look to you for advice and stuff like that. So, this is, telling you to make sure that you're a wise leader and to help others and don't try to control them, because that's literally what it was saying right here. Happiness is only real when shared, and being exalted only meaningful when it helps others. So when you're put in that, what is it? What is that saying? When you're a leader, it's like, it's a very, I can't remember what it is. It's like when you're put in that kind of a position, it is a critical position because you are leading by example. And, it's a position of respect, of integrity, of wisdom. And this is what you want to be embodying right now around other people. It's also about like choosing battles and accepting change wisely and peacefully. So definitely, when I was saying about, when it came to the strength card, about, making sure that you're not trying to control others and, being control freak or whatever, you want to be very wise and peaceful and have integrity when you're dealing with other people, basically. Okay. So other messages we have here are adapt to a new situation. Okay. So obviously, this is about balance probably too. Let's see here. Don't be afraid of change. Trust the process. Your work may be more effective in another location. Maybe for some of you, I feel like this is for a select few of you. I feel like some of you might have a job opportunity coming up where you have to move or go somewhere else. And that opportunity will actually help you to grow, and it'll actually benefit you in the long run, I feel like, for some of you. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? We have, let me see, I'm going to pull out this book here and see what this is. Children of the Desert, you are not abandoned. Okay, this is about allies. And when they arrive, like, you might be surprised. I feel like some of you have some, in this situation, I feel like there's some people who are coming in, you're going to get some unexpected allies, but they're not going to be in the shape or form that you expect. And this is like a warning to not let, the demons of your mind have power over you or convince you that you're not of value. This is about emotional trauma being reversed. So whatever this anxiety is that you're having, this fear that you're having, it can be totally reversed. This is just reiterating this. And I feel like for some of you, there's like some kind of like demons that are like holding it, not like literal ones, but maybe for some of you, who are holding you back, like these thoughts, these negative feelings or anxieties or fears that are keeping you from coming into your full potential. And this is a card, an omen, saying that this is all going to be reversed. This can be reversed. You just have to put your mind to it and just have the strength to go through with it and move forward. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay. We have the dreams card. All right. That's so funny because that totally goes with the moon card completely. All right. Let's see what the dreams has to say here. Wow. And this is card number 3. Pay attention to your dreams. They hold lots of significant insights for you at present. Your dreams may provide you with important details about your current health issues or a creative idea you need to take action to make your desires manifest. Dreams can also give you clues about what is challenging you emotionally. There you go. And card was literally saying to you to be paying attention to your intuition and your dreams, because they can help you work through these fears and anxieties. You're getting messages these way, and it's really important to pay attention to what they're saying. Sometimes your loved ones who have passed over, or people who you have lost touch with, connect to you while you sleep and offer valuable messages that can give you peace of mind or the strength to persist through a challenging situation. Take note of both the dark and the light aspects of your dreams. In particular, pay attention to any recurring dreams, as they often have significant meaning or wisdom that can help you. Wow. Okay. How many of you have had repeating dreams? I know I have a ton, and I literally go to the same locations. And it's weird because it's like I've never actually been to these locations, but I repeatedly will go back to these places. And it's like there's always lessons when I do it in my dreams, okay? So obviously, you've got that moon card, and you've got the dreams card. Your dreams are very significant in helping you to release and balance, your shadow and light sides. So be extra, on point with following and listening to your dreams, okay? Next we have Guardian, okay? Guard your energy. Oh, wow. Okay, so, some of you might be in situations right now where there are energy vampires abound. I feel like some of you definitely are empaths, and you have, psychic insights and stuff like that. But whenever you're an empath, oh man, it's rough, because when you get around certain people, you can really pick up on their energies and feel, what's going on. Like I can walk into a room and I can immediately just sniff out like where the negative energy is. I can also do that and walk into a room and like, holy shit, that person over there is epic. You just pick up on the most positive, beautiful energies. So I feel like for you guys in your situation, in helping to heal this shadow, work with your shadow self and stuff, it's important that you make sure that you're guarding your energy. And then literally, I shit you not, this card is saying that, lunar cycles could also be important at this time. Don't absorb others' negative energies. Okay. So didn't I say that? Like lunar cycles before? And then you have the moon card. So obviously something to do with the moon, and working with the moon cycles and moon phases can actually help bring some insight into anything that you need to be releasing right now. When you're going through this healing phase, because that's what it is, you're healing it and you're balancing out, your energies. You want to make sure that you're protecting them so that they don't get whacked out of, alignment again. So always be grounding yourself, always be doing like cord cutting, protect your aura, do like protective meditations, protective spells, whatever on yourself. Okay. So next we have the Arrow Master in reverse. Okay. So this is all about hitting the mark, intention, and detachment, but you have it in reverse here. So this is something that's definitely needing to be worked on. And it's literally, this card is like warning you that if you continue on your current course, you may be shooting yourself in the foot. Okay. So yeah, you need to be working on those fears and anxieties for sure. That's something that needs to be going on right now, because if you keep going forward like this and you keep in this state of mind or this lax state of mind or whatever, you're only just going to be hurting yourself worse. And who wants to do that? So it's time to move along. It's also talking about be careful of the motives behind your goals. Make sure that they are guided solely, not guided solely by ego. Okay. And literally I want to read what it says in here, because this is really kind of cool. All right. The Arrow Master appears to let you know that if you continue on your present course, okay, I already said that. You're being challenged now to take a look at the motives behind why you want to reach your goal at all. Is this the path of your true destiny or the lure of a fantasy and ego desires? Are you setting your intention to win something away from another or to get what you want, whether or not it is good for all? Remember also that life is not a competition. The concept of competition is flawed and encourages a perception of lack. And wasn't I saying that over here? That a lot of you, like some of you, are coming from a position of lack, okay? That you need to release that. And, once you change that perception, your fear of lack or whatever, it's going to completely revamp you and change your life, basically. Your time will come. Be very clear that you're pointing in the right direction, and don't chase your arrow. If your intention is to find an easier, softer way or a shortcut to your goal, it's time to give that up, since it won't work in the long run. See, slow and steady wins the race. That's what that earth energy is all about. Slow and steady energy. Don't be seduced by quick, get it now ideas. This is the time to ask for the highest intentions to replace old ones. Sometimes a new set of arrows and another target altogether are needed. Then you can never miss your mark. All right. So that's a really good message. That whole feeling of, oh, I have to compete and I have to beat this person or beat that. You guys, anybody who's thinking that way needs to stop that crap right now, because guess what? There is plenty. The universe is abundant. There's enough for everyone, okay? And everyone approaches different situations or does things differently. So please don't ever think you're a special snowflake, because we're a collective consciousness, folks, and we have to work together, okay? And we have to spread the love. And by being selfish and egotistical, you're not helping the situation. You're not helping yourself, and you're not helping other people. And Earth itself will not evolve if people keep thinking that way, okay? Moving right along. We have Gaia's Garden, okay? Fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. There you go, guys. Oh my God. Okay, it says, literally, you have everything right now to make your dreams come true. Okay, let's read up on this further here. Oh my God. In Gaia's Gardens, you have everything you need to make your dreams come true. There's no shortage of anything. And you're constantly reminded of the law of supply. Gaia is the infinite spirit manifest in all tangible things. She represents the abundance of nature. When she comes to you as your ally, she invites you to partake in all of the blessings of life. There will always be enough for everyone. Holy shit, didn't I just say that? There you go. Success comes to you from the fruits of your intentions, and all is well with the world as a result. This is also a sign to remind you to give thanks and maintain an attitude of humility and gratitude as your greatest good now manifests for you. Gaia's gifts are sweeter when you share them with others. Oh my God, I love that so much, you guys. Holy shit. Ooh, excuse my book. That's great. I mean, you have Gaia's Garden, and then you have, the basis of what's going on here is like total earth energy, you guys. Wow, that's so cool. All right, so what do we have next? We have Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Wow, and look, you've got the moon on there again. You've got a lot of lunar energy going on in here too, okay? So what is this card about? This is about, releasing old stories that have been playing out, it's about, when things keep repeating themselves, okay? And you get stuck in a cycle of like, what I like to call insanity, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Okay, it's not going to happen. All right, it's time to unbind yourself. Okay, so in order to heal that, you have to let it go. Okay, this is how you are going to free yourself, basically, from karma, like in old contracts. So let's see if I'm on the right path here with what I just said. Yeah. It is time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of past lives. What old ways of being have an expiry date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice would have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. Okay? It is time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. So basically, if you keep going back to like the same situation or the same person over and over and over again, you need to stop that shit like stat, okay? Because it's never going to change. It's never, if you keep coming from a lack mindset when it comes to like making money or being successful, if you keep beating yourself into a brick wall about, oh, I'll never make it or I'll never do this, it's never going to change, ever. So you need to release that, unbound, unbind yourself. Just let yourself be free, okay? Free yourself, because that's literally what this is telling you here. All right. And in addition to that, action. It's time to take some action, baby. And look at all that green. There is a shit ton of green. You have a lot of earth energy, okay? And look at this. You have this, wait, hold on. You have the black and the white horse. This is about balance. This is about two different sides, okay? This is about keeping, the subconscious with the conscious and balancing those out. This card is all about like, now it's the time to like move, be more aggressive in moving forward with things. And, it's all about being on, you're like definitely on the right track, but you need to put more effort into it. Okay. You have to do that in order to see the results. Okay. If you're not going to put more effort in, you're not going to see shit. So this is what this card is warning you and telling you. Okay. So, definitely when it comes to like working on yourself and releasing old negative patterns, you definitely need to step that up, ramp that up. Also when it comes to your career or, this, material wealth or whatever is going on here, you need to just keep persevering, moving forward, go, put more effort in and focus on that. Okay. So next up we have the owl card. Okay. Which is really kind of cool. And we've had owls come up, I think, in other piles here too. So there you go. There's that owl. This is a barn owl though, not a barred owl. This card literally is talking about abundance. It's about, possibly being clairvoyant. It's about treasures, wealth, beauty, good fortune. It is a omen of good luck on the way as well. Like, it could be in spiritual form, in material form, or both. The owl wisdom will allow you to see and know, how to handle it and what to do with it. So I feel like for some of you, definitely like owls are really important. Like if you see these like synchronicity wise or something, be paying attention. When you see an owl, what are you hearing? What are you seeing? But I do feel like you definitely have a windfall or something good coming. Okay. And I think it has to do definitely monetarily wise. And I do feel like, by, binding, negative thoughts and tapping into that inner strength that, really good stuff is on the way. Okay. And then look at this. Are you kidding me? This is like my spiritual, I guess you could say, my spirit animal, my otherworldly spirit animal for sure. I love phoenixes. Okay. The Phoenix card, obviously it's the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay. This card is literally talking about freedom from suffering and past karma. It's about reincarnation. It's accepting change and acting on it. Okay? So I feel like for some of you, this change, you have some changes to make, and you need to make sure that you act on them, because you literally can be reborn from this situation. All right? No matter what comes your way, good things are coming for you. I just really feel that. Get balanced, get grounded. No matter what, I feel like you guys really are a strong group of people here, and that you can persevere. And no matter what shitstorm comes your way, you're going to rise. You're going to rise from it. You can handle it. You've got it. You've got this. Okay? Tap into that inner fire, definitely. And remember, come from a space of integrity, kindness, compassion, and not trying to be a control freak. And everything is going to be just fine. You're going to be great. Work on that aspect of, releasing fears and anxieties in your soul. And make sure you remember to guard that energy of yours. Pay attention to your dreams. Tap into your intuition. Possibly, remember, some of you might be getting a job offer to move to a different spot. Take it, because it could really give you some chances to expand and grow. And whatever you do, just don't give up, because you've got it. You've got this. So that's all I have for this pile. If it resonated with you, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And make sure you hit the bell so that you know when the new videos are out. And I thank you so much for being here with me today. Until next time. All right, guys. So for those of you who picked the last pile, Serpentine, this is your reading. And we're going to start off with the tarot cards first. So let me pull them out here for you guys. So first up, we have Page of Wands, okay? And we have the World card. Wow. Oh my goodness. So, what I'm getting from this is this group, for those of you who chose this, I feel like you guys are total free spirits. You have like a real enthusiasm about life, about living, loving. You're very, you have a lot of really cool ideas, a lot of, inspiring ideas. You're into discovering new things. I feel like you have a lot of potential. You have literally limitless potential you can tap into. Okay. I also feel like, for some of you, this is definitely you've been thinking about starting a new creative project. And, I feel like whatever this is, it's going to literally complete a cycle within your life if you start this. Okay. You need to make sure that you're taking your creativity, your creative spark, and making sure that you keep it grounded in reality though. Okay. And when you're going through, if you're going to start a new project or something like that, or you're going to go into a new business venture or something like that, that you really need to make sure that, you test the waters first, test it out a little bit first before you start it. Because it'll keep you from having to redo things or something like that. It'll save you some time and some effort. This also could be, for some of you, definitely you're going to be taking, you're headed down a new spiritual path. I feel like, or a spiritual journey is going to be in the cards for you coming up here. I feel like this is something that you've been contemplating for a while. And it's it's good to do it because it's actually going to complete, a cycle in doing this for sure. And, I feel like a lot of you are just are really open-minded and open into new ideas and stuff like that. And to, you want to make sure that you don't hold back on these at all, because like I said, it's going to complete, like it's, I feel like there's things that are ending right now in your life, but whenever there's an ending, the card that comes right, right back after the World card, because this is like completion, is the Fool card. It's starting anew, taking a new leap of faith. That's just like the cycle of life, is when we end something, we start something new. So I feel like, whatever this project is, okay, or this situation or this idea that you have, okay, it's going to come into fulfillment. And it is, I feel like it's a long-term thing for some of you, definitely. And it's going to bring you full circle. This also could be like the start of a new relationship with somebody as well. And it's going to bring some completion. It could be the ending of like, you're breaking a karmic cycle as well. It's like I see you achieving your goals for certain, okay? I feel like this is like, when I'm looking at these right now, I don't see anything really negative or shadowy. I feel like this is kind of like, which is weird because with the other piles, there was like some underlining warnings and stuff like that with these cards. But for this, I feel like this is kind of like the end result of what's going to happen with what else we get here. So let's take a look at what else we have. Because I don't think, I don't see this being a bad thing. Whatever this is, like, it's going to end well, okay? And it's going to be, you're going to be completing something, and it's just like self-satisfaction to the max. And you're going to be really happy and glad you did it, because you're going to learn a lot from whatever it is. So let's see, what is the shadow telling you about this in order to achieve this, though? Okay, we have Ubuntu, I think is how you say that. I'm not sure, forgive me if I butchered that word, but it's about compassion for others. Okay. So for some of you, definitely need to work on compassion for others. All right. So this card is talking about, like, a time to empathize with others and put yourself in their shoes. So this is the practice of empathy. In order to really understand what somebody's going through, you have to actually put yourself in their shoes. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of people out there who don't have a clue about this. And it's kind of frustrating. Being the Pisces woman that I am, and a lot of the placements in my chart, it's like I always am thinking about, well, what would they feel like if, I just, like, before I make choices, I totally think about it, okay? And I wish more people did this, because it would save people a lot of heartache and BS. But, anyway, so, this card is also talking about, like, learning from challenges, like paying attention to other people's challenges and the journey that they're on, because you can learn a lot from watching and observing other people and what they go through, okay? Because that's going to bring you a lot of, more wisdom, more understanding. Pay attention to, like, other people's struggles. And when you can, without becoming codependent or something, okay, you help them out. You can help somebody without, like, totally self-sacrificing, all right? You can. Just by, listening to somebody with compassion and patience, this can help, ease suffering in another person. Literally, it says this in this card. What goes around comes around, so do unto others as you would like done unto you. So basically, that's what this is saying. This is like a warning. You need to tap into this empathy thing big time, okay? Your shadow self is saying you need to do this, because it's going to help you with the end result of your success. We had another card come up from this pile, which I thought was interesting, because I think pretty much everybody only got one of these cards, but you guys got two. Okay? And this is called Translucence. Love the darkness. Oh my God. This is a blatant, in-your-face message telling you you need to love your dark side. Okay? You need to love that shadow side. You need to pay attention to it, quit trying to bury it, and embrace it. So I'm going to read from the book on this one, because I think there is a really kind of a cool story to this one. I think. How do I remember that there's like something cool about this one? Let's take a look. All right. It's way in the back. Wow. Okay. It's time to enter the underworld. You have been existing on the superficial plane for too long, and balance is required. I don't believe this. Every single pile that I've read today has mentioned you need to get balanced. I feel everybody watching these card pulls today really needs to work on balancing something in their life, okay? Whether it's divine masculine, divine feminine, work and play, sleep and partying, whatever, love and compassion and, learning to be more logical. I think everybody needs to be working on balance right now. This is the theme of the end of 2019, I feel like, because I think that's going to come into play big time in 2020. So be paying attention to this. So anyways, continuing on. Be like the goddess Persephone, who's like one of my favorites, by the way, who descended to the underworld. In this patriarchal myth, it is said that she was stolen by Hades, but this is not true. A goddess that powerful would never be stolen. In a matriarchal society, she would have been described as entering willingly and then deciding to have Hades as her partner. Yeah, totally. Okay? I'm sorry. Stolen my ass. Okay? The Maiden of Translucence has her eyes closed, like the Fool of the traditional tarot deck. Holy shit! Oh my god, I was just literally saying that. Like, after the world comes the Fool again. This is incredible. This is amazing. Okay. This is the card signifying the beginning of life's next magical adventure. She is letting go, and her winged bird steed is preparing to plunge into the cracked earth opening up before them. The forest branches beckon, come this way. When translucence appears, it is also a time to redefine your own parameters, protect your sanctuary, and willingly take the journey into the unknown innerverse of you. Feathers are shedding. The hand is beckoning. Take the journey. This card is saying it is time to fall in love with the darkness. Holy shit, you guys. Wow. Okay. That's amazing. You have the freaking world card, and then basically you have the Fool card right here. So I feel it's really important, like I said, to really embrace that shadow side of yourself and honor it, respect it, give props to it, and make sure that you're having compassion for others while you're doing it, okay? Big time. All right, this is so cool. All right, next we have the Glastonbury Phoenix, and literally in the last poll, we had a phoenix appearing as well. So, wow, oh my God. Arise from the ashes of despair, okay? This is about surrendering, feeling the pain, and then moving on, all right? Gather your strength and take up your sword of truth. Cut away what is not needed in your life, all right? So, you know what? I'm going to read the little story that goes with this one because I think it's actually kind of cool. Let's see. Let's find this one. I really wish that they numbered these cards. It makes my life so much easier. Okay, here we go. All right. In this painting, inspiration comes from the enduring phoenix, who sometimes sacrifices him or herself for the greater good in order to illuminate humanity. The knight contemplates this while meditating on the best course of action to take. After laying down his sword and approaching the sacred well with humility, the Grail appears to him, offering direction and a new path on the well-worn road to self-realization and enlightenment. Wow. I think by tapping into that dark side, okay, your shadow self, you're definitely going to reawaken as an enlightened being, okay? You need to look deep within, okay? Because I feel like you've got some empathy and some compassion issues for some of you, definitely, that you need to make peace with this, shadow self. Why do you have issues with compassion? Why do you have issues with empathy for some of you, okay? Why do you feel closed off maybe for some of you? Why do you feel like you can't feel free? Why do you feel like you can't fly free? You need to tap into that shadow side, figure out what the hell it is, embrace it, acknowledge it, let it release, and then you're reborn. Okay, totally. So next up, we have Words Cannot Express It, the Black Madonna of Prague. Okay, and this card is, about using your sacred sight to see. Look with your soul. The portal will open. This is literally the message that is with this card. And that's referring back to this, definitely. You got to look within. Go deep. Figure out what it is that scares you. What is that? What are these dark feelings or these negative thoughts or whatever is going on there on that shadowy side of yourself? And you need to freaking conquer it. Make peace with it and figure out how to release it, balance it. Because remember, we had balance come up as well. Every single pile has had balance come up. When you do, I think also for you guys, definitely meditation is really, really important. Okay. And going to embrace this, your shadow self. You need to meditate and look within. Definitely. I think meditation is going to help to open up your third eye. That's like the portal to your higher self, and to higher knowing. So definitely be working on meditation. There are meditations, you can find meditations online. Definitely there are apps that you can use that have meditations about opening your third eye. There are even online courses that teach you how to do this. Definitely look into doing those. I feel like that they will help you tremendously. Okay, so here's another little fun tidbit for your shadow. Is trying to tell you about deceit. Okay, let's take a look and see what this is all about. The deceit card, oh wow, this is gnarly. All right, let's take a peek at this one. This card comes as a warning that there may be some deception going on in your life. The person hiding behind the curtain is likely someone you know or deal with either personally or professionally. The duplicity could be regarding a personal issue, like someone spreading rumors or disrespecting you to others. Or it could be a business matter where details are being hidden or even manipulated. Be aware of what is going on in your life. The man behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable. So watch your money and your good name, and make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. A deeper layer of meaning may be that the deception is actually coming from within. Is there something that you're lying to yourself about? In this case, the bag of valuables may be holding things like self-esteem, happiness, and even leisure time. Whether it's about your life or yourself, remember that the universe has a hard time sending you honoring experiences if your energy is shrouded in self-deceit. Wow. Okay. So possibly for some of you, this could be an outside person who's trying to screw you over, but I really believe, since this is about the shadow work thing, that this is you. You're deceiving yourself. Okay, you've been lying to yourself about certain situations, and you need to make peace with that. You need to look deep within and figure out why it is that you're doing this, why you're performing these acts of self-deception. Okay, why do you not want to see the truth? What is it? Are you afraid? Is that what it is? Figure that out, and once you do, because remember, I feel like this is the end result for you guys, not where the energy is starting. I feel like that is, technically it is an underlying energy that you need to tap into, but in order to get there, you're going to have to work through all this. But I do feel like for select few of you, there is probably somebody around you that is not trustworthy, and to be aware of that. Just be warned and just watch out. But I really don't feel like that this is an outside thing. I think this is you deceiving yourself. Okay. So next up, I just dropped one of my cards. Hang on, guys. Phew. Next up, we have selling out. Okay. I feel like maybe this is part of the deceit thing right here. Okay. For some of you, definitely. This card is definitely about integrity. Okay. I know this. It's about, something to do with strength, I think. Let's take a look. Your integrity and inner strength are being severely tested. You have an opportunity to act with either fear or love. Where in your life are you selling out or acting out of integrity? Are you in a job you hate? Are you living in a toxic environment and making yourself sick in the pursuit of financial security? This card asks you to find the courage to stand up for your convictions and take steps towards doing what you love. Selling out is linked to the shadow aspect of the prostitute archetype. When you connect to this archetype, you can examine your fears around survival, power, responsibility, and success. On the light side, the prostitute can lead you to freedom, self-expression, choice, and love. Okay? So, literally, the action on this card, okay, is right here. I don't know if you want to pause that and take a read on it or not, but I can read it. You have to make a choice about whether you will use your power, talents, and abilities for selfishness and exploitation or the higher good. Take a few deep breaths and focus on your body. Become conscious of where in your body you feel like you are losing energy and your power. Place your hands on that part of the body and visualize your prostitute archetype. It can look similar to the card or a darker version of you. Ask this archetype to show you where in your life you are selling out. Become aware of how this affects various areas of your life and your physical and emotional health. Ask your prostitute aspect to help you regain your inner strength and make empowering decisions. Oh my God. Ouchie. So yeah. Excuse me. This has to do with this too. Getting in touch with that dark side. Figure out where you're selling out. Where are you letting others control what it is that you really want to do? You know, pay attention. How are you letting others and yourself deceive you? You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to that and work on that for sure. So what do we have next? Oh, energy signature. The past is in the present. These cards are so pretty. Excuse me. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring this up in the book because this has to do with, is this releasing? Let's take a look. Okay. Understanding that everything is energy. The air we breathe, the elements, emotions, sound, animals, people, our thoughts. All of this is energy. Quantum physics seeks to explain these phenomena. Denser or heavier energy can be felt by a human being's normal senses. Most people will already understand what it feels like to walk in a room where an argument has taken place. Remember what I told you about like putting yourself in other people's shoes and, tapping into that, I feel like empaths, big time. I think there's a lot of empaths within this group. I feel like just with everybody, pretty much with all the card piles today, I feel like there's a lot of empaths out there who are watching these polls, and you would totally understand what that means, okay? Most people already understand what it feels like to walk in a room where an argument has just taken place, filled with an unseen tension. People react to these sensations, perhaps with an immediate awkwardness or a feeling that they need to vacate the building. As people progress through life, familiar experiences such as pattern behaviors become more clear and evident as you pay attention to the energy of the environment, people, social gatherings, events, and places around you. It is up to you, though, to be proactive with this sense of inner vision. Often you may find yourself saying, I have felt this before, or I recognize this, but I'm not sure why. Currently, you are being asked to read the energy of this issue and the people surrounding these circumstances. You must shine a spotlight and use all your senses to remove these masks and expose the energy that is being hidden from you. There's that shadow side, right, you guys? Not only will you identify insecure and dishonest people, hello, you will begin to understand patterns that you have created in your life that aren't serving you to the fullest. Right now, you must use your sensory and intuitive intelligence for answers. You have experienced this type of energy before, but you must ask, what is it? When recognized, you can adapt and modify your behavior and actions accordingly to avoid unnecessary arguments, tension, and toxic situation in your social, work, or family environments. When practiced Reading the energy signatures of environment becomes a built-in intuitive warning system. Prior to an issue occurring, you have the possibility of avoiding explosive exchanges, accidents, conflict, or confrontation as it becomes in line with your fight or flight response, creating self-awareness and energetic resilience. So definitely, wow, crystals that could be working with this too, if you need to, if you are curious, is blue lace agate. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay. So obviously, one of the shadow work things that you need to be working on is practicing recognizing energy signatures. Okay. I think it'll help to bring this into, awareness, definitely. I think more people need to do this, definitely, because like when you walk into like a building or you walk into a place, really sense and learn to use your intuition. Feel the environment around you. Go out into nature and do this as well. Okay. Pick up on the energy signatures around you. Just like meditate, sit there, chill, and like feel the vibe coming off your surroundings. You can do this in public places too as people walk by. You'll be surprised once you practice this enough. You're going to pick up on some crazy ass shit. Okay. You're also going to pick up on you. Okay. I've picked up on like total negative stuff. I've picked up on like angelic type beautiful feelings, and I've also picked up on like total sexy time feelings from people. It's crazy. So definitely, and also buildings, like you might even pick up on, especially at this time of year when you go into certain buildings, you might pick up on the energy signature of the building, and you can know what's occurred in that building beforehand, like if there has been a death in there, or if there has been a baby born in there, or whatever. You will be able to, if you practice this enough, pick up on that. I feel like doing this is going to help you immensely to, because whatever career, whatever is happening here, whatever this idea you have, this opportunity that you want to try, knowing this is actually going to help you business wise. Okay, monetarily wise, spiritual wise, it's going to help you to make proper decisions and choices. Because remember how I was saying that you want to test your ideas out? Doing this is going to help with that. So pay attention to that for sure. Okay, moving right along. Okay, so now we have protection. Okay, so call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, wow. Okay. I feel like messages are just being reiterated over and over again today, because this has come up several times as well. So, oh God, I'm having like issues with my throat today, and my lungs, by the way. I don't know if anybody else is having these problems, but yeah. Okay, let's see what this has to say here for you guys. So, you're being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home now. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events, so it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give away our power, so it is important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. Can you think of a traumatic event, relationship, or soul memory that you are being called to call back your power from? Check into your body now and see which chakra feels like it needs a bit of energetic cleanup. Okay? Wow. And you will, you can actually, like spirits and energies can be connected to not only people, but actual places, and also pieces of furniture, pieces of art, and stuff like that even. So just letting you know that, okay? Actual belongings can have power and things like that, and have, different energy signatures. Okay, so we have Lady of Lightning, upright, surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, where are we? Oh man. Hang on one second, guys. Okay. As an ally, the Lady of Lightning brings powerful forces of change into your life. She tells you to expect a sudden shift in your circumstances. Perhaps a situation you weren't anticipating arises and offers you the opportunity of a lifetime, or a series of aha moments culminates in a pivotal flash of insight, causing everything to change just like that. Maybe someone enters your life and pushes you to new heights. You may have a brilliant idea that hits you like lightning. Be prepared, change is imminent, and a total paradigm shift may be upon you. Don't resist the changes, as this kind of lightning isn't something you want to fight. Great things are happening when the Lady of Lightning appears. So there you go. I think this kind of relates to this over here, you guys. Once you get to this position, it's going to be a total and complete paradigm shift. All right. So what do we have here? We have, interesting. We have the Eagle King reversed, okay? And this is the big picture angelic help. Oh my God. So he is reversed, which the Eagle King challenges you to see a higher purpose to events. Not everything is meant to come to pass according to your specifications. If you can't see the forest for the trees, stand back for a while and let the Eagle King fly high on your behalf. Perhaps it's time to speak to someone who has objectivity and an ability to see the bigger picture where you don't. Just remember that even when things don't go the way you expect, there's always a reason for the detour. So, I feel like this is, a message that you need to be open-minded. And, not everything is going to always go according to plan. But, as long as you keep an open mind about things, I feel that whenever something doesn't work out the way you thought it was or the way that you planned, there's a reason for that. It's because it's for your highest good. So know that, this is not necessarily a negative message. There might be some things that come up in this process that are just going to be like crumbling, or something's going to happen and you're just going to be like, God damn it, whatever. Why did this happen to me? Don't be that way, because realize the underlying reason for it is there's something better out there for you. So that's what that is trying to tell you right there. Next one, we have Sacred Union reversed. Okay, this is partnership and romance, and it's also reversed. So, definitely, I feel like maybe. Oh, wow. This is going to refer back to this card right here, okay? I think for some of you, all right? It literally says, to be careful of your associations at this time. You may be entering into a situation that will cause more aggravation and drama than you can handle. Be mindful as well of addictive tendencies in making partnership commitments. Are you choosing from an obsessive need to distract yourself from moving forward in your life? Are you ignoring your red flags in order to change the course of events to suit you? Could it be possible that you're the recipient of mixed messages? This is a time to put a little distance between you and your query. More will be revealed to help you make the correct choice to support your soul's growth. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, there might be some people or some energy signatures around you right now that need to be released, and you need to kind of walk away from them, okay? Because they're not going to serve you. They're going to actually try to hinder you from your success. So keep an open eye for that sort of a situation. Make sure you're practicing that cord cutting, okay? Cut the cords, your soul retrieval. Pay attention to those energy signatures and draw back, from this situation. If you're using your intuition and you're tapping into that, and you're practicing this, then it'll be obvious to you and it'll come into play as to what the situation is, okay? And our final card, Hummingbird, which is a fantastic card, okay? This, represents people who are smart, they're curious, they love to learn, they're positive, enthusiastic. I think this card definitely goes with this right here. You are a person who has, lots of energy and positivity, creativity. You like to explore spirituality. You're a very spiritual person. This is, telling me that, like I said, it's just reiterating the wands right here, the page of wands, the knave of wands. I feel like you guys are just like super cool people, and you're very creative. You've got a shit ton of energy, and it's like infectious. So maybe that's why there, for some of you, there is a situation where you have some people around here are going to try to crap all over that because they lack that and they see it. And for some people, unfortunately, they do have jealousy, and they will try to, poop on your parade basically. But don't let them do that. And like I said, some of you, this deceit is about you're deceiving yourself about a certain situation or a certain person. You think that somebody, possible business partner or possible lover or relationship is better than what it really is, and it's actually holding you back instead of setting you free. In a relationship, you want to, when you're with the right person, I feel like it's obvious because you feel free. You don't feel trapped. All right. So watch for hummingbirds, watch for crows. These are all things that you could be seeing as symbology. But that's about it for this pile. I hope that, the messages resonate with you. If you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, you guys. Love you. Bye.